हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। आज हम देखेंगे बिजनेस कम्युनिकेशन। टू अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस बिजनेस कम्युनिकेशन कॉन्सेप्ट, व्हाट इज़ द प्रोसेस, बैरियर्स टू कम्युनिकेशन, इम्पोर्टेंस of communication in the workplace, types of communication, verbal communication, non-verbal communication, classification of communication channels, etc. Okay, so first of all we will see the introduction. In introductory part we will see the word communication originates from the Latin word communis. The word communication originates from the Latin word communis. कम्युनिकेशन ये वर्ड कम्युनिज इस लैटिन वर्ड से लिया गया है जिसका मीनिंग होता है विच मीन कॉमन, एंड द वर्ड बिजनेस स्टैंड फॉर एनी इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी which is undertaken with view to earn profit, in communication undertaken in the process of activities termed as a business communication. मतलब कम्युनिकेशन ये जो वर्ड है ये कम्युनिज इस लैटिन वर्ड से लिया गया है जिसका मतलब होता है कॉमन, एंड इफ़ यू सी दैट वर्ड कम्युनिकेशन स्टैंड फॉर द इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज विच इज़ अंडरटेकन विद द व्यू टू अर्न प्रॉफिट. Suppose that you have started business or you are working in a institution and there you have to speak or you need a soft skill, your communication is better, so earning something or undertaking with the earn profit and the communication undertake in the process which is or such a activity known as business communication. So here are some definitions of communication. If we see the general definition of communication, communication is a process of passing information and understanding from one person to another person. Communication क्या है? Communication एक प्रोसेस है passing information from one person to another person. एक व्यक्ति से दूसरे व्यक्ति का जब आप कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन, आपके फीलिंग्स, आपके थॉट्स आप अगर पास करते हैं या एक से दूसरे के पास उसे ट्रांसफ़र करते हैं तो उसका मतलब होता है कम्युनिकेशन विथ अंडरस्टैंडिंग. विथ अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट इज़ वेरी नेसेसरी. Then Kate Davies give the famous definition of communication. Communication is generally defined as the activity of conveying information. Communication has been derived from the Latin word communis, meaning to share, to common. Okay, so what is according to the Kate Davies, communication is a generally defined as the activity to convey information. Communication has been derived from the Latin word communis जिसका मतलब है शेयर करना. Then another important definition which is given by Wikipedia. Wikipedia का हम देखेंगे. Communication is something people do to understand human communication process. One must understand how people relate to each other. When you are talking with your friends, how to when we talk with our elders, how when a baby gurgling, we understand he is crying, we understand what he need, so it is also a part of communication. Then what is the Wilbur Scram said that communication is defined according to him the flow of material information, perception, understanding and imagining among various parties. So these are the definitions of communication. Now after that we will see the next part, that there are a lot of definitions of communication, but you have to keep in mind 2 to 3 communications definitions. Communication is a source of information to the organizational members for decision making process, as it help identifying and assessing that assigning alternative course of action. So communication, so generally we call that communication, it is a process to share our ideas, thoughts, and from one person to another person with understanding, which is known as a communication. Okay, after the definitions of communication we will see the objectives of communication. So what are the objectives of communication? Now see, objectives of communication. In objective of communication, first, stronger decision making. Your ability to communicate effectively increase productivity, both yours and your organization. Suppose take the example of salesman. if you are a good salesman, then you need, if you want to become a good salesman and if you want to sell your product, then you need a communication ability. Your ability to communicate, to convey the people, increase your productivity. Nowadays the market also, the person who is easily convince the people and effectively increase the productivity. So the both your and your organization benefit is in your ability to communicate effectively. So first objective is stronger decision making. स्ट्रॉन्गर डिसीजन मेकिंग ये पहला ऑब्जेक्टिव. दूसरा है इंक्रीज प्रोडक्टिविटी. विद गुड कम्युनिकेशन स्किल यू कैन एंटिसिपेट प्रॉब्लम्स, मेक डिसीजन, coordinate workflow, supervise others, develop relationship and promote product and services. What is the second objective of communication? That increased productivity. With good communication skill, person can increase the productivity. You can anticipate the problem, you make a good decision, you take a part in or coordinate workflow, supervise other people, develop the relationship and promote your product and services. If you want that kind of the increased productivity, then it should be with good communication skill. You can enhance everything. Now the third objective is that steadier workflow. Communication act as a tool for the effective work related flow of information. Communication क्या है? एक tool है, एक अच्छा काम करने का, effective काम करने का, related the flow of information. And nowadays there is everything is information technology era, and their communication skill is very much important. Then the fourth objective is that strong business relationship and enhance professional image. You can shape the impression you and your company make on colleague, employee, supervisor, investor and customer, in addition to perceiving and responding to the need of the stakeholder. Then without effective communication it's not possible. You can shape the impression, your company impression. आप आपका, आपके खुद का, आपके कंपनी का इम्प्रेशन जमा सकते हैं आपके कलीग्स पे, आपके एम्प्लॉयज़ के, आपके सुपरवाइज़र पे, आपके इन्वेस्टर पे, एंड नॉट ओनली द these all people within the organization, but the customers also. If you want to convince your customer that if you want that, if you are producing the XYZ product and you want that your customer buy it again and again, visit your shop, that time you should develop your communication. If without effective communication you are going that, people should be misunderstood it. Then clearer promotional material. Your organization need for effective reach of company name, public promotion are based on effective promotional material. Suppose take the example, you open a new school, new English medium school, and that you have no advertising, no pamphlet, and no one know about your school. You didn't make any pamphlets, posters, online ad, etc., billboards. Then maybe the effective communication not done. So your organization need a effective reach of company name, public promotion, which is based on promotional material such as advertisement, billboard, online advertisement, posters, all communicated for effective message delivery and meaning. Okay. Now the sixth objective of communication is that provide advice. It is one more best objective of communication, that giving advice is based on individual oriented and work oriented. Advice should not given to the person for pinpointing his mistakes, rather it should be helpful for his improvement. What kind of the advice is there? It here means that suppose you want to tease a person, and if you are purposefully finding out the mistakes and pinpointing the mistakes of other for getting trouble, it's not a kind of a goal of communication. So what should be a goal of communication? It should be helpful for his improvement. Suppose that if your friend have a doing a mistake again and if you want to improve him, अगर आपका दोस्त है वो अगेन सेम मिस्टेक करता है, उसका वे ऑफ टॉकिंग सही नहीं है, और उसे सही करने के लिए, उसे सुधारने के लिए अगर आप कर रहे हैं, तो विच इज़ नोन एज द हेल्पफुल और द बेटरमेंट ऑफ हिम. Effective advice is necessary. Promote the understanding. It can be two-way process. If the subordinate staff given the freedom, they also give a good ideas and hint to the company. Then the seventh objective is Provide order. Order is an authoritative communication pattern. It is directed to somebody, always subordinate to do something. Order will be written or oral order, general and specific order. Now in communication there is a written communication, oral communication, so it is a part of communication. So in the pattern of communication, sometime the order given to the subordinate, it will be written or the oral. So provide order, it is a part of communication, it is the objective of communication. Then another objective of communication is suggestion. Suggestion is supposed to be very mild and subtle form of communication. Okay, suggestions are welcome, for it is not obligatory to accept them. It can be voluntary and anonymous and submitted through the suggestion box. If you go to the bank and there is a comment and suggestion box, if you have any suggestion to better improvement there, you can put a cheat on that box. So the suggestion box are there because you get in a healthy manner. That is why suggestion, it is a one more objective of communication. Then persuasion, किसी को convince करना, persuade करना mind. Persuasion may be defined as effort to influence to the attitude, feeling or belief of the others, or to influence action based on those attitude, feeling or belief. Okay, so the persuasion can be done for the other. You are convinced, किसी को convince करना चाहते, किसी को आपको impose नहीं करना है. persuasion करना मतलब impose करना नहीं, but आपका suppose you are producing XYZ product and अगर कोई product आपका है और आप बताना रियली वो यूज़फुल प्रोडक्ट है, उससे लोगों को फ़ायदा हो सकता है, तो उस मामले अगर आप लोगों को कन्विंस करते हैं, आपको वो चीज़ उन पर इम्पोज नहीं करनी है, ज़बरदस्ती नहीं थोपनी है. यू आर नॉट रिजिड और प्रिपेयर टू मीट हाफ वे. यू कैन लुक एट द स्टेशन फ्रॉम द अदर पर्सन एंड एंजल ऑल्सो, बट आपको क्या करना है, कन्विंस करना है. सो इट इज़ नोन एज किसी का माइंड डाइवर्ट करना, परसुएड करना. देन एजुकेशन, another 10th objective of communication, that education. Education is a very conscious process of communication. It involves both teaching and learning, by which organization provide their employees. Suppose that you are doing as a computer operator job in the company, you learn a number of things from when you are joined there. अगर आप पहले एक फ्रेशर से बाद में आप जॉब पे लगे और जॉब पे जाने के बाद आपको ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने आपको बहुत कुछ सिखाया, आप कुछ बहुत सीख गए, आपसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को फ़ायदा हो गया. सो दिस इज़ अ फॉर्म ऑफ ट्रेनिंग. एजुकेशन is given the management, employee and outside the public. Then last is that warning. If the employee do not abide by the norm of organization, warning is a powerful communication. Suppose that there is a person, the name of person is काइंड ऑफ ए रमेश, एंड रमेश इज़ नॉट पंक्चुअल, वो कभी टाइम पे नहीं आता है, उसको बार बार बताने पे भी नहीं आ रहा है, तो उसे अगर वार्निंग दिया जाए, एक वार्निंग लेटर दिया जाए, शुड भी उस पर इफेक्टिव होगा, या उसे एक नोटिस भेजा जाए. सो गिविंग वार्निंग इज़ अ पावरफुल टूल ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन. इट कैन बी जनरल एंड स्पेसिफिक. Specific warning should be administered and private and after throughout the investigation. Okay guys, I hope you that understand what is the business communication, what are the definition of communication, and what are the objective of communication. Remaining part of communication we will see in the next video. Keep watching, and if you like a video, अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छी लग रही तो लाइक ज़रूर करें. थैंक यू.